Will smartphones kill off the DSLR camera? I'm going to talk about this in today's episode of Bura. All right, welcome back here. So Sony says that the smartphone cameras are so good that they will kill off the DSLR in 3 years. So if you don't know, well, obviously smartphone cameras have been good, and I've always liked taking pictures on my phone more than a camera here. I'm not really a camera guy, and I haven't owned like a camera since like the 2000s here. And as soon as I got an iPhone, I pretty much stopped taking pictures here. Now, of course, people who really like photography will use the DSLR here. However, will it be enough to keep this industry going here? Now, my personal bet is that you will see these cameras here, but they will be for more niche situations here. So if you've ever tried to take pictures or videos of sports, you'll know that smartphone cameras are not very good. However, I bet you that in the future, there will be some kind of solution for that here. So if you've ever gone to like your kid's soccer game, or you've ever tried to take pictures of sports here, you know that you have to have like a good camera with good zoom here. And right now, the number one thing that these phones can't do is good zoom. So will this happen here? So Sony has made this really interesting chart here that shows you the kind of evolution here. And you can see that, you know, a lot of these things have kind of come to pass, and the quality of all these images is getting better here. And one thing I really want to make note of here is the addition of artificial intelligence here. So you can actually take a lower resolution picture and you can scale it up here. And the scaling is actually pretty good here. So even if you have, let's say, a 1080 picture, you can scale that up to like 4K or 8K. And you can do the same thing with video here. And the scaling is actually really good, to the point where it becomes a little bit noticeable, and everything has become super processed here. And a lot of people who like photography don't like that. You can find tons of Reddit threads about this here. So one of the things that you can do is, again, use the AI here, and the AI is going to get better and better and better. It's a logarithmic scale, and eventually it does kind of peter out, but it's becoming really good at, you know, just making the photos and videos really good, and to the point where, you know, what you see through the camera is almost better than what you could take with kind of one of these DSLR cameras here. And I don't think the camera companies are really working on that, right? You know, if you do follow that, please let me know in the comments down below. But I really don't think they have an edge over all of these other tech companies when it comes to that here. So the other thing is that as there's more cameras here, and if you have a smartphone, like you can see here that this one has, you know, 4 cameras here. You can see that it has, you know, different kinds of lenses. And the only issue I really see with cameras is the zoom here. But you believe it or not, you might even be able to find some software that will do that for you. Now, having said that here, it would be better to have the original image kind of zoom in, and I'm basically not going to buy another iPhone until Apple has that really good zoom feature, because that's the number one reason I don't want to do that here. So the question is will it take away these DSLR cameras here? Now the thing is that if you're a photo enthusiast, then probably not here. The other thing that nobody talks about in this situation here is the actual physical issue here. So like if you're going to be you're not going to shoot a Hollywood movie on your smartphone, right? You're going to have a different device. And I would say, again, for higher end things, you'll have to have like, you know, a video camera that can, you know, set up on the mounts, etc. here. And maybe in the future, the cameras do get a little bit smaller, but you will need something that's heavy as well. Now, I understand that software can accommodate for a lot of things, but one of the reasons why cameras are heavy is so they stop the jiggle of your hands, because your hands are always kind of shaking here. And if you ever held a laser pointer, you know, you'll know that like if you try and keep it really still, it still kind of jiggles around. And so like your hands kind of do that here. And I think this is something that you don't even think about, that the cameras do accommodate for. They really do accommodate for that. So a lot of cameras have that kind of motion stabilization, and that motion stabilization is actually really interesting. I purchased some cameras for my bike, which I did a whole review on, and they have motion stabilization on it, which I think is really good here. So there'll be a whole bunch of different kinds of cameras for very niche situations here. But for the most part, I do think Sony's right. I think most people will just have the camera on their phone, and that will be sufficient for them. All right, so that concludes this video. I want to know your thoughts down below. Will the smartphone camera kill off the entire camera industry? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, because this channel and these videos do not get enough comments, so please comment. If you really like this video, you can pledge for this Kickstarter here. This Kickstarter will teach you Excel, machine learning, and Python here. It's absolutely amazing. And the more you pledge, the more content you get here. This is an amazing bundle, and it's for a limited time only. It's the best price that you can get all of these bundles of content here. I believe there's 150 hours of content in this bundle here. And look at that. A couple people have pledged as I was making this video. I think that's absolutely amazing. So please, the more you pledge, the more you get. And if you really want to pledge, we have institutional licensing all the way down here. So that concludes this video. Please pledge for this project. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.